Hello and welcome back. Right, it is time to grab this lot and stick them and get our money back and see how close we were to my guesstimate that we would nearly pay the loan off. Let's have a look. Sorry that it's sort of dusky. Really am. It's yeah, annoying. It is what it is. I can't turn time back, and this is a unique opportunity to get the best possible price for our bales that we've worked so hard for. And tomorrow it is the time of our best price for our product as well. So yeah, we're sort of caught that there's a few things I could do, but now then, oh, okay, yeah, that's me, and me. Let's see if we can pull that in as much as we can, and let's see if we can. Oh, it's not wood. Okay, oh, do I need to literally take them off then? Oh no, I just need to unstrap them. Oh well, okay, I can live with that. Right, now then, let's move this out of the way. And now that, oh great, smashing. It's nice to have positive money back. Alright, let's get this out of the way, and then we should start to shift two at a time. Let's zoom in a little. I don't want this to be. Yeah, we're going to grab at least two at a time. Hopefully. This is going to take quite a few times. I'm going to time lapse this because this is going to take a while. And I don't think you want me chattering to you for 10-15 minutes solid. We shall catch up when this is done. So I shall see you guys and gals on the other side. That werewolf sounded awfully close. I think I'm, yeah, definitely sleeping in the tractor tonight. Well, that is quite... Yeah, I was working on 47,000 was what I... So 50,600, 51,254 is an absolute bonus. The stay rate is definitely very poorly. Let's switch some lights off, and I'm not getting out of this tractor tonight. Let us pay some of our loan off. I'm going to keep a bit of seed money. I knew this would be, but yeah, 55,000. We nearly broke that. That was absolutely amazing. Oh, no, let's go up to 6. So we've got 10,000 and 6,000 seed money. We are going to... Oh dear, I've got to get out to sleep, haven't I? Ooh. Right, okay, here we go. Let's sleep till morning. Let's make it 9 o'clock. Hopefully it'll have gone away by then. I do love Alien Tune's sense of humour. It's very, very good. It does shine through on all of his maps. Always. It definitely is all my life. Ah, yes. Right, one thing. We did buy this. I'm not going to quibble about it because, to be honest, I think it's 29 or 27 euros to buy. We did buy it once before, and then the mod got lost, and now I put it back in. So, but I'm not going to moan about the water gun 29. Okay. Interesting. We bought it, but it's not... Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's repair this. Or can we afford that right now? Should we wait until our harvest is actually done? Now then, we were going to assist the harvest, weren't we, if I remember rightly? In so much as... Right, let's have a look at the price right now and see if it's at its high or low. What is it? So we want our oil. Canola. Ooh, now that is good. Excellent. So we want to put our productions on to selling. And we should have the full amount. We have. So selling. Right, on the hour, next hour, it will, but what we're going to do is we're going to work along with that. We're going to grab the ones from outside, the ones that always get forgotten. Oh, seriously, and I need to put the proper pallet forks on as well. I could use these, but they're not very good for that. The tines are too far out. So let's grab the proper thing that we did actually buy last time for this exact job. Although I think it was for the furniture thing, if I remember rightly. Right, let's drop that. Oh, now this is hard to work out whether I'm dropping the weight or the... Right, okay. Pallet fork. Let's say... Yeah, that's about perfect. Right, so let's grab the ones that are outside the production. We're seriously going to need to repair this soon. What we'll do is from the spare ones that we sell immediately from outside the production, we will repair this immediately. I think it's waited long enough. I think 25% in the red is seriously very poorly enough. Right. Let's grab the oil from outside. Let's also speed time up because, in fact, yeah, we'll go to something like 10. The one good thing is, through doing that mistake with the fertiliser, we've got about 4 tons of fertiliser, which should actually do a complete pass. In fact, is that fertiliser as well? I think it is, isn't it? I don't know why I made such a silly... Right, now then. The ideal way for this to go is straight on, but unfortunately the factory's in the way. So, yeah. Okay, let's go round here. should be able to do these endways with the pallet forks. That's the beauty of these things, but I think I've gone a bit too wide now. Needs to be the narrower setting. Yeah, that's as narrow as it gets. Right. Down a bit, definitely. That's not quite right. Right, okay. Can we stack these? I think I've tried it before. You can, but... sometimes I think that by the time you faffed around with the bales, I did exactly the same. I was trying to go for 3 or 4, and I thought, you know, by the time you faffed around, you're probably best to go for the 2 that you originally said, rather than try to go for more and then drop them, and I can't seem to get under that. Sometimes it works. No, it doesn't like to be more than... It's not liking that. That's, yeah, as I say, point in question, listen to your own advice, Mr. Smith, because you just really proved it. That was definitely... It would have been more sensible to just do 1 at a time. Now I've got to get my forks underneath. Whoa. Yeah, I know. Slowly, slowly does it. Oh! No, that's not me. That's the... Oh, okay, well. There were worse places to fall than on my trailer. I can live with that. Right. Let's go around. Way too much. I can actually put another extension on that trailer as well. I didn't realise until my Erlingrat Let's Play, which I've not actually posted yet. I'm still making it. I haven't not uploaded any videos yet. Now then, this is going to be awkward because I've done that badly. I'm way up in the air. Let's go sideways for this one. Okay, I know it's not. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to put it on my trailer. You know. What am I caught on? I think my front weight's caught on it. Right, okay. Worst stacking I've seen in history, but hey ho. In the history of Farming Simulator, I might add, I don't think I've seen anyone stack as badly as that. Definitely not my best work. Okay. Alright, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? That is... These are not good at stacking with these. I don't know whether it's the pallet fork or what, or... But we had this before, even on the furniture, so I don't know whether it is the actual pallets themselves. Let's see if I can release. Can. Right. Let's grab that then and take that up to... Strap them down though. Don't want any accidents. And in 5 minutes we should sell the ones inside. We should get a sizable increase. And yeah, and we should get quite a bit for this because it is almost at £2 a pop. This has been a long time coming. I keep forgetting to sell the ones outside, so at least this time. I was saying this in the last episode, truthfully, the best way to get the most from this is literally to start from the second you harvest that and get it on storing, and then when it gets up to 10,000, grab them and stick them on the trailer so that it's got space for another 10,000. You'd still need to do at least 2, but that's not difficult. Doing 3 is, now that I have known that it's to get the 3rd sale and the build up to get that produced is the difficult one. That's where you lose money every time. So it would be better if initially we got it to storing, got the 10,000 out, and then carried on. The trouble is, I still don't think there's enough time from when we harvest canola. Ideally, you'd have to keep 10,000 outside till the next. Yeah, that's still not going to work. It really isn't. So yeah, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. Now, does this just take it off with the straps on? It does indeed. Which it doesn't do with bales. Wow, very weird. Excellent. So 31294, fantastic. We've sold all of these stores, so now we need to go back to storing again. Now there's absolutely nothing we can do. Now let's do the rest of our loan off so that we are absolutely 100% out of debt. So 21,000. Now the other thing is, yeah, we will actually, let's drop that and let's repair this. I think it's been a long time in coming. And then we're going to go, oh yeah, that's a point. I was going to speed time up till tomorrow, but we have, I think, if I remember rightly, that our grass is actually ready. We need 9,500 as well for the front mower. That's the other thing we do need. Repair. No, it doesn't need repair. Ooh, oh my life! 5,526! Where do they get a repair cost for that? Oh my life! Oh my life, that is the most I've paid. It's not even a dear tractor. It's one of the cheapest tractors to buy. Do you know, with the repair costs that I've had from this beast over the entire Let's Play, I could have bought about 2 stayers, or at least 1, and that's not exaggerating. That is just disgraceful. There's no way that would ever cost that unless I needed to rip my engine to pieces. Do you know, seriously. People talk about realism. Is that realistic? Right, okay, let's get rid of the big weight at the back. And let's go and see. Oh yeah, actually think about this. Oh, we can just, and I do mean just, we should probably just afford the front mower and maybe the wages to actually, oh God, Bennett, I did think we'd earn much. I know we've still got more money to come, but right, so 6,099. Did I repair this last time? I don't think I did I? Because we were on the we can't afford to repair stint. Which you'll see in a minute. I'm almost sure this needs repairing. Oh, 95%? I can live with that. That's good enough to me. So we now have a complete mower setup. Let's go and have a look at... Oh, we could actually, thinking about this, get this going and follow... Oh, we need to windrow. I'm going to have to hire a windrow this time. I am not. I know I could. I think I proved my point last time enough and worked hard enough that I'm going to definitely, I think, lease the windrower. Let's unfold. We won't unfold the back yet because it's going to bash this. I want to make sure that the grass is fully grown though. The trouble is, I've done this before, I did this on Erlingrat. December, if you get snow, I find it unrealistic to cut grass, so even if it's a second growth stage, I reckon what we'll do is we should cut this today. Actually, that looks fully grown. It is smashing. We are at full growth stage. Right, okay, let's unfold. There's just a set of work going on. Actually, we're going to try courseplay on this. Let's try courseplay. Having quite a lot of trouble with courseplay actually. Right, and so create job, courseplay fieldwork, open, close. We've got to choose the, yeah, we have. We need to shut that first. Let's actually put the thing down right where the tractor is pretty much, and facing that away. Open, close course generator. 10% overlap with grass. Number of headlands. Now I'd like to go in and in and in and round in circles. I do like doing that. Let's have a look, 'cause this is only 7 meters. Let's try 10. Might be too much. And generate. Hello? Courseplay? Okay, let's try that. This is getting worse, I swear. Right, okay, let's try that up the top end then. I know it's not a straight field, but that's never bothered courseplay before. Let's generate. I might have done too many. It might be me. It could be the 10 headlands it can't cope with. Could always knock that down. It's not liking it. Come on. That is a proper field. Do you know something? Let's just change this. That is really bad. Really bad. Okay, let's just do this with a standard worker then. Well, courseplay, I am, yeah, it's a loss for words. I have never seen courseplay fail on such a common task as that. It's just not liking the fields, whether it's a no man's land, maybe it's, I'm not going to say that, why on earth are you starting at such a horrible angle? Oh well. Right, let's grab the other tractor. We've got a few nasty patches, haven't we? That, oh yeah, we definitely have. Okay, right, let's go get the baler. I'm hoping the water gun sorts itself out next time. It does work. I mean, I've had it literally. In fact, yeah, let's drop that off right near the fill point, the multi-fruit buying station. I think that's probably going to be in the way. But always do that. Always dump that way too close. My life. That's going to have to correct that angle. That's going to literally fail so quickly. Oh, I've still got speed on 10. Oh, my life. Can we afford? We can. Yeah. I should have touched it up with what I'd got in here, shouldn't I? In a couple of days it would have been perfect again. Oh well, it is what it is for now. We'll sort it. Not sure you can plant grass, is it? No, I think it's December you can't. I think you can in November still. I'll have a look in a minute just to... I need to sort this out. In my head, most important thing is, yeah, no, that's that, is, yeah, it is actually, this is the last day to plant, so, do we really, we do. Let's do it properly. It's only going to take a couple of minutes, then we'll go and get the, I would imagine Courseplay though is going to soon give up the ghost. We should tidy up everything. I hate seeing brown patches or white patches, so we shall get this sorted so that we completely got a nice field in a couple of days. All those white patches and brown patches will have disappeared and not bother me ever again. There shouldn't be too many though. There's a couple over here. This was the turnarounds. Wow, that does some serious damage. Wow. Wow, some nasty patches. Oh well, it's more important that we get the field right than it is one harvest that's not quite right. Going to lose a bit, but hey ho, at least it'll be right forever then, until of course we choose to put another thing. Although to be honest, I think one grass field is a good idea. I know it's a good size. We could split it in half, or we shall see. But yeah, I think a grass field, when you've got we've just bought all that grass equipment, it would be a mistake I think to after we've just bought all the grass equipment to then decide that you're going to go out of it. We've still got our big field for canola. Patch there, tiny little spot. Do hate it with a passion though, same as seeing brown on the fields when you've not done your fields properly. I hate that. Absolutely detest it. Now then, is he still going? Or no, he's oh no, he is. Yeah, he's turning around. I would imagine. Don't know whether he's going to run into trouble with the forest on the next turn, being as he's chosen such a horrible angle. Oh no, he seems to be avoiding that. Dear, I thought I'd done this. This must be the spots I missed. I did a complete headland. I saw it in editing earlier. Okay. Obviously this must have been just outside of the doesn't look like it's outside of the range of the 9 metre spread there. That looks like it would have been well within. Now this is where Courseplay was turning around all the time, now that I do realise. Hate doing this, but hey ho. I hate the brown patches even more. It is a big field. It's just tough, isn't it? It's got to grin and bear it. hang on, I'll move out your way. You're pushing me. God. God. Seriously. Do you know? Oh, Mr. Spot. I'm in some grass now, aren't I? No point in doing half measures though. Totally pointless. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a patch there. Oh, seriously, I'm going to ruin some of the grass crop. Oh well. Think of the future. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my life. I think we'll pick the grass up first. Fold this up, leave this here, because that is nasty. Yeah, there's a load of brown patches here. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, that was... It was when Courseplay did this, but I obviously haven't... let's drop this down, and let's move that out of the way a bit. Let's drag it across. I know it's not technically on my land, but the present landowner is living the high life in another country, and isn't particularly bothered that I'm on their land. So I shall shift it if they come and ask me to. Right, baler. No, windrower in fact. That's what we need first. While we're on the way, that was windrower, cultivator, mowers, windrowers. That's the one we want. Lease, I do, yes. Smashing. Let's go grab that. We should do the windrowing. Leave the mower mowing. And then we should bale. I think the baling will be done next session if I'm honest. That this is big. Oh, no you haven't. No you have not. Definitely not. I knew that would get you in the end. Let's do a bit of clean-up work ourselves on this bit. It's nice to have it. It's weird, I know we've not got much money, but you've got to look at the fact that we've also just bought from mower. These tools all cost. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed. It's still growth. It's not always obvious to sort of see the growth, but it is all growth. Let's just set him going on the main path. Carrying on this particular angle, or we're going to be doubling up on work. Huh? Can you find that field? You can. Excellent. Fantastic. Should have been clever, you know. I'm not. That's the one thing I don't not so good at, and that is like sending, juggling. Not so good at juggling. You know, where you send one worker off to do something else. I've definitely got to get better at that. Definitely got to get better. Right, windrower first. So we've still got 40, that's 20 tons of oil to sell this year, so we've not done bad. We bought the front mower almost, oh no, we have cleared our debt, haven't we? We did that this morning. So yeah, this is all positive income now, and we've actually got all of our grass equipment apart from the windrower. That is, again, if we could get that, I would be pleased, because it means that we are exactly where we should be. We've got the baler, we've got the bale trailer, we've got a front loader. The one thing I would like to improve upon, even if it meant getting a second bale trailer though, is definitely, so we don't have to keep double handling that going forwards, is definitely where I would like to leave things, even if it means buying 3 bale trailers and loading 3 up. Although, to be honest, it's the floating, the gravity of the situation yes, that's the real problem, is when gravity starts to make them float. That's I must change my number plate on this. Right, let's get this. In fact, yeah, I'm being silly, although it's going to get through the wages, we might need to take another slight low now. If we start to do the windrowing on this as well, we could actually... Schoolboy error. You've only got 2 tractors. It's weird when you flip from Let's Play to Let's Play. On Erlingrat I've got 4 tractors, 2 little ones and 2 quite large. What? You have completed your task? I don't think so. Right, I think we're going to have to swap this. What? How on earth did he... Right, it could be the headland because he might have bumped into the edge of the map. Okay, let's set this going with the worker then, and we'll do a bit of... let's get this going then, and let's swap tractors. We should do a headland. I don't understand it. He's actually done the bit that's difficult. Okay. It's cool to do the rest of the headland on the way up. We don't want to go too far. I know I could cut grass, but we're on the edge of the map. This is the bad bit, so... Wow. That's a bad patch that I missed. Yeah, there's a lot of touching up I need to do. Wow, that is a really bad patch. Seriously? Wow, I did see it on the map, but I didn't think it was that bad. That is shocking. Yeah, that that definitely needs fixing. Oh, didn't realise I did that too live. Yeah, do all the way around so that there's no serious mistakes that the worker can actually bump into. Give him plenty of turnaround space. Although that's not going to make a bit of difference to the windrower. He's not going to care about that. Let's get this bit fixed. Yeah, we'll tidy this up. I know it's quite a big patch, but then we'll get it to the worker to do the bottom section, and we'll take over the windrowing, or maybe go straight for the baler. Yes, it's situations like this where you realise that 2 tractors is good, but it's not right. Oh, wow. Yeah, 3 tractors is about the minimum perfect setup, and 4, I mean, you could have as many as 7 tractors, and you can have some that specialise. I mean, on most of mine, I think I've noticed that the Fendt GT is going to be released this month. I am so looking forward to that. It's my favourite starting tractor, and it looks like they've actually improved it, if that is possible. As always, I know a lot of people didn't see how good the Fendt GT was, but it really is my go-to small. I don't know if it's obviously going to be dearer as well, which I would be willing to pay it because of its versatility. Although obviously part of its charm is the fact that when you're on start from scratch and on a budget, that it obviously is good. Right, how are we doing? I think that patch can be done by the worker now. We should take over doing the windrowing, I think. Right. Okay then, let's get this windrowing done. I like this windrow. It's just slightly smaller than the 9-metre Rosamash I was used to on FS19, but I can live with it. It's close enough. It's definitely nice. Now then, I'm going to clang the edge of the map probably. Yeah, just about. Yeah. Right, let's do a windrow all the way up the top of this so that we don't get that problem. I don't want to keep bashing the... and then we should at least could set the... yeah, we need to tidy this up. I hate it when you see all patches like that. It's awful. Well, I didn't do bad. It was a big field. Oh, you are having a laugh. Seriously? I give you... It's like they ignore headlands. There's plenty of room. Right, let's do another one. And then we shall see if it's anything whatsoever to do with that. Because that is ridiculous. There's plenty of turnaround space. It is true, I have noticed that, I mean, everything is up in the air with FS22. Literally, there are times you despair that the game will ever be right. There are moments where you think, yeah, it's getting there, and then there are other moments that you think, no, not really, that is just shocking. That would never have happened. But again, is it us expecting too much within 4 or 5 weeks? Maybe it is. Right, let's try that again. Some, though, I think I did say this last time, I don't know if it was on this Let's Play or Erlingrat, but now then, let's let him turn around. I remember seeing day one with FS19, in fact actually it was the pre-release where you'd only got content creators that were actually had got the game released to them. Obviously at that point there's been so little testing done that obviously you expect, if you don't expect, then something's wrong. I remember there were only little things like certain implements didn't quite work right and things like that. Both for Dagwin and Mr. CDP, I was watching both of their Let's Plays at the beginning of FS19 with quite great interest. And yeah, it's, I don't know, I just think the scope of the wrong with FS22, I think Giants have obviously tried to do grandiose things, which I always think with most companies is always a mistake. Why not get the base things right first before then adding complex features, instead of trying to add complex features that, I mean, it is about, don't get me wrong, I mean, I know perhaps they were trying to do away with the need for things like follow me and maybe courseplay, possibly, I don't know. I mean, the AI worker system seems more flawed on FS22 than it ever was on FS19. The workers are very hit and miss. They sometimes go from being stupendously clever to stupendously thick, where they've started and then they say I can't find the field, and you're like, it's right in front of you, there's no tree around, and you think bizarre. So yeah, it's weird. I'm neither sticking up nor slating. I'm just saying, when I compare FS22 to FS19 before day one, not right, let's lift that. I know. Yeah, I just think that FS22 is... I think the... I can see why Giants probably did what they did. They've tried to make it stupendously better than FS19, but I think, as in all such big projects, when they don't work out, you've left yourself a massive set of things to fix. I mean, and I know a lot of people say, well, how do you... I do come from the field of IT. I'm not a software developer, but I am a system builder stroke network manager, is my job. So yes, I am familiar with software testing and network testing and all sorts of things that I think do give me the qualification to have a bit of insight into the industry, as well as being an avid gamer for many years, where you've actually played many games, and it's given you a lot of insights into sometimes greed factors, sometimes arrogance. I think the biggest arrogance I ever saw was when I used to play Star Wars. What a very popular game it was, and the arrogance of the company that had an absolute fantastic game on their hands. They'd got thousands of people playing, thousands and thousands of pounds every single month, but that wasn't good enough for them. They did that ultimate arrogance trick of thinking that they could make changes because it was their game. The changes were so awful that the game was no longer the game, that everybody who had paid £10 a month suddenly thought, do you know, this is rubbish now. And everyone moved. Within 3 months, that game went from one of the most successful games, period, to one of the biggest flops, all because of the arrogance of a software company that thought, people don't know, we can get away with this. Well, I'm not so sure. There's lots of software companies that did have a successful product that actually, through such arrogance, and this is not me saying that Giants is arrogant. I do not know Giants well enough, although I can see enough of certain individuals within Giants, which is true of all things, can be quite awful to some of the modders who actually improve the game. Otherwise, why would they be so successful if that was not the case? Yes, there's a Oxygen David, there was that right big hoo-ha about that, and to be honest, when you look at what he said and how that was taken, that is awful for any company to treat basically a member of the public who is actually assisting your company. I mean, Oxygen David's maps are phenomenal, there's no arguing with that, and very successful. To insult such a person is disgraceful, and I think obviously a lot of people felt exactly the same and have voiced that opinion, and I just think that kind of arrogance and horribleness is just not to be tolerated, no matter who the company is. I mean, Giants do a cracking job, but there's no place for bad manners and awfulness, really, in my eyes. It's just bad manners, really bad manners, and an arrogance that if you make the same mistake as other companies have done, trust me, there will be some upstart company who will make the game, or some of those ones that are making similar games that will think, we're ready, we're snapping at your heels, you make one mistake like that and we will just swoop in. And it could be done. The contracts that Giants have got with obviously companies, another company can take over if Giants made a terrible mistake. So again, that arrogance, it can be your downfall, as it has been with other companies that have done such things in the past. So I'm hoping that Giants... Oh, seriously? Oh no, you probably have. You might be actually telling the truth this time, but I don't think you have. I don't think you finished. No, I take it back. No, I don't take it back. You have not finished. Always with weird diamondy shaped field bits is where the worker seems to fall flat on their face. I knew it was a mistake to carry on once he was doing that weird angle. Right, let's get this bit done. Manually do this, and then we'll put him on that patch over there where there's another diamond shape. Smash it. Yeah. Yes, I'm hoping Giants don't make the same mistakes as other software companies have made and sort of think that they're untouchable, because as history has proved, nobody is. If you make terrible mistakes, I mean, look at some of the big names. Nokia, was that their problem? A phone company that sold, did the success go to their head? Because within the space of a few years, Nokia literally dissolved, and that just goes to prove my point, really. Who's the other company? What was it? Those, I think, there was that story of the executives of, I'm trying to think of the company. They were one of the biggest, I know, especially in professional companies. Dell, I worked for Dell at the time, Dell Computers, and I had, what were they called? They got the built-in keyboards, Blackberries. Yes, that's how much, Blackberries stick in your mind. They're so big, and they were massive. I mean, absolutely massive. I had a fantastic product, and within the space of a year, there were practically no. I mean, I know they're hanging on, but what I'm trying to say is they have lost the plot, and they've lost their world stage that was there. The world was their oyster. It no longer is. So yeah, they went from a household name to almost a non-entity. Nokia have gone the same way. It just goes to prove that you can be absolutely huge. I remember the BlackBerry thing. I think it was a story of the executives on the plane who were insulting to people. It's amazing how if your employees can do a terrible thing like that, how people can remember it and they just think of it as your... It's one thing I've always thought about when employees, when they represent a company, but was that commonplace? Was that... Were the executives of the company like that? Was that... I mean, you've got to hear the stories of Google and some of the terrible things that they've been slated for, and other big companies. Again, it is surprising how... Now, come on. Straight. Where are you going to go? Let's just watch this. I don't want it trying to plough up the canola. Let's make sure it turns... Oh, I should have done a headland there, but they seem to ignore it anyway. So yes, all I'm trying to say is... Seriously, there is no size of a company that cannot be slaughtered by bad opinions from people. It's a household name can go to nobody within the space of a year. It has been done. We have seen it, and it does happen. So, yeah, there's no recipe for success if you think you can be arrogant and rude to people. If that does get out, to be honest, and that is the face of your company, you are getting arrogant like that, you will come a cropper. It will catch you out. And I'd say there are plenty of, as I said, BlackBerry, Nokia, there are plenty of very successful companies that can, within a year, space of a year, they've lost it. They can still hang on for 10 years, but they are already gone, really. It's just you're waiting for the fat lady to sing, as the saying goes. So yes, I just hope that Giants do. I mean, I'm not slating them completely, but I have noticed sort of tinges of things over the years, and it is... I sometimes wonder what Giants themselves think with when I see base game things, and I think it's not right, it's not accurate, the way that you earn money on this. And this FS22, again, base game stuff, as I was playing, I was thinking, who thought it like that? We just repaired our tractor, €5,000. Wasn't even at zero. What would it have cost me? 6,000 if it was at almost 0%? Who thought that was a good idea? Your contracts can be like for 2 or 3 grand, and you can get your damage down to quite a serious amount within one day. Really, 2 or 3 contracts a day to fix your damage on your tractor. Well, how can you make money? You eke a living. I mean, you'd have to be on easy economy, which... I mean, my first couple of Let's Plays were on normal for the fact that it was so... The repair costs alone were so terrible. I mean, it really was. Probably that is the biggest thing that's still to this day. And apparently they've tweaked it. Apparently. I don't know where, but that is what has been said, that it was tweaked. It was one of those things that was addressed. Well, if this is Giants addressing such an issue, well, yeah. Whatever the wear level variable is within mods, I'm certainly hoping that some modders, and again, what I'm trying to say is, Giants spends so... I saw one of Mr. CLP's when he was going through the Giants, and it got 67 slots for one piece of Giants equipment, and it was not even that grand a tractor that you would seriously... You'd think, why would I ever buy a tractor that obviously the Giants team have worked hard on producing, when it's going to take 67 slots, when I could go for a modded one that's better with far less slots? It just makes no sense. The same as the costs and what you get back for things. Sometimes you think, seriously, it doesn't add up. How am I supposed to afford an 800,000 shed that will house 80 cows? And unless cows have got... I mean, to me, everything about FS22 is less income, not more, and more damage, more costs. How can I afford 800 grand when I can earn a pittance even productions are, I think I said this earlier, productions are, how's he doing? He's doing alright. They're all much of a muchness. You can earn a lot on oil, but because, I mean, we're on oil, but I've also had sugar, and I would say pound for pound that probably the sugar's easier and actually sort of earns more because it's quicker. So it's all quite balanced in that way, in so much as the ones that give you the more money actually take longer to do. So there is much of a muchness, but surely is that right? Surely, what is the incentive is what I'm trying to say in trying. I mean, it's very balanced to have that type of thing, but aren't there some areas that cost more to get into but give you a greater income? So they are unbalanced. Life can be like that. Software development, software houses can earn an absolute fortune in comparison to a hardware developer. So what I'm trying to say is balance isn't always true in all areas of all businesses. So yeah, I'm seriously sometimes wonder what goes on in some people's heads. And I think sometimes it's success that people think, I can do what I like, we are successful, but just not convinced. I just don't really, I'm not sure on what makes people do the things they do. And think rudeness and bad manners are an acceptable thing. Right, let's get this right. Let's spin around. As I say, I mean, you sort of gain an insight, but I mean, like any company, I'm quite sure there are some good people in Giants as well as some that are less good. That's a given with any company, really. It truly is, but you can get a feeling, especially the top execs can sometimes totally, the ones at the top really make or break a company, even though truthfully speaking they're not always representative of the good people that can work on lower levels, who really are the company. It's executives, they don't make a company, they just often earn the most, and sometimes their underlings, a good team under you, as I've seen when I was working for Dell Computers, managers sometimes, I mean, Dell, seriously, sometimes with some of their insights, the way that they did things, if anybody took any attention of what was going on in the company, we had a contract with a school where Dell approached it as if they were making PCs, and I thought, they came in with such arrogance, and I will say arrogance, that they were a multinational company, and they knew how to make PCs, they knew how to make laptops, they knew nothing about schools. But the arrogance, you've got system designers who walked around the schools, they stupid across the network managers and us. I was an IT technician at the time, it was over 10 years ago, and the arrogance of these system builders, they didn't even talk to the people who had run the schools or run and knew that system like the back of their hand, had designed and worked with that system and did it very well. They didn't even consult them, they just handled it like it was any other business and like it followed the model that they were familiar with, and boy did they make an absolute pig's ear of it, and then wondered why the contract was hemorrhaging money. And I'm thinking, seriously, all these guys, these top consultants that you paid an absolute fortune to design a system that was flawed from day one, and you wonder why you're hemorrhaging money? You're sending a manager to live in a hotel that's nearby that was costing hundreds, thousands of pounds a week, and you're wondering why you're hemorrhaging money. And you think, seriously, you surely have got accountants who can work out, bean counters who can tell you whether it's a good idea or not. I would ask one of those to tell you why you're not making money, and I wouldn't look much further than the manager who you've housed in a massive hotel, eating salmon and things like that every single day, whilst the people who are earning you the money are on a pittance, but you're wasting all of the profit from the contract on execs housed in beautiful hotels. And you think, yes, you do see things sometimes seriously and wonder the common sense of some of these higher ups. I mean, thank goodness not all companies are like that, although yeah, we shall yeah. It doesn't change much. There are some slightly more grounded execs, but as a rule of thumb, I don't know whether it's the power at the top that goes to the head or whatever, because they surely must know. It's just that nobody underneath them dare say, because your job's on the line, isn't it? So yeah, I don't know. Is this bitter experience speaking, I wonder? Am I totally correct? No, I'm not. I'm quite sure there are some good companies as well. Definitely. I mean, I can only talk of those where you can hear lots of stories, and they're not all wrong. That's the thing. If there are too many stories, then unfortunately it does speak that actually there's a lot of truth in it. If there's only one story bad-mouthing someone, then it can be just sour grapes. Someone's got an axe to grind that's not necessarily true or right. But yeah, when there are too many stories that come out of people, you realise that it's got to be true. Right, one more I think after this. So yes, I'm seriously hoping that obviously Giants do fix the issues that I mean, I know there's a lot to fix, and that is obvious. Some of these issues are quite serious, and that I suppose is my point. FS19 I watched from day one, Daggerwin, Mr. CDP, and the issues were minor in comparison to FS22, so you seriously do wonder, well, what were you thinking? Why did you not start with more grounded? This is really what happened with Star Wars Galaxies, was somebody went a little bit too, they called it the CU, and it completely changed. They rewrote the game basically, and in the space of 4 weeks the success that they had just gone, bang, gone. So it can happen. I just hope that Giants work hard to fix the mistakes so that people regain confidence in them. Now have I? No, he's still working. Excellent. Yes, I seriously do. I mean, it is a fantastic game, and Giants have worked very hard over the years, and there is no denying that fact. I would be one of the first to say it is a great game. Not just down to Giants, though. It is also down to the modding community. FS19 and FS22 are very fortunate in so much as the modding community seriously make this game as much, if not more, than the creators of the game, which I think obviously Giants realise, because they do embrace modding as well. So yes. Now then, am I going to catch? I think I'm really not doing this right. I'm going to be catching the mower. My G's nearly finished. So, in fact, yeah, you know, we're going to swap. Let's quickly grab the mower. So that we can actually stay out of the way. Oh wow, he nearly did a cracking job, or she. Was okay, let's not argue. We should come back. Oh, we're gonna have to fix that, aren't we? Oh, we'll have to clean that up afterwards, won't we? We've stuffed it up now. Sorry worker, that was a bit confusing for you. That was all me, my fault, definitely. Let's just tidy this up. Yes, I'm seriously hoping, I really seriously wish that, obviously I'm not wishing Giants gone, what I literally am wishing that them every success, but that depends to a degree on their actions as well, is my point. That you cannot just guarantee you have had success and you will continue in that light. It doesn't actually follow. Okay. Actually, as I said, we will at some point put some sheds down this end, so I'm going to start to leave the equipment in the middle, at probably the back of the productions. Oh, I can see the error of my ways. I had forgotten. This has not been cut yet. Right, let's get cutting. Nearly. Wow, I really did do that close to the edge of my boundary. Wow. Imagine, yeah, we're just going to cut and windrow this time, send the windrow back, and then next session we will be baling. Definitely. That's what I'm aiming for. Cut and windrow this session and bale next. Right, yes, and this was we should get us with this double fertilised, rolled, we did everything we could do, so it'd be interesting to see. Obviously we got 77 bales that were obviously not fertilised. They were full length, the grass was full length, so you got the 50% bonus, but then we've got that from this, and we also got double fertilised, rolled. It would be interesting to see how much we get, how many bales we get from this, bearing that in mind, because it is, yeah, I think we did actually follow the exact field size, and also I've damaged a bit of grass, so yeah. We shall see. I'm very intrigued to see what the difference is between proper grass and meadow grass. Because obviously it should be more. And also we've got rid of trees that were partially in the way. I mean, mind you, I didn't waste much with that. I actually did do quite a good job. Very little got wasted due to the trees, but at least this time it's so much easier. So yes, it would. I'm very intrigued to see how well we do. Bearing in mind we had 77 bales from the previous field, and we have done more with this field. Is my point. Yes. Okay, leave this tucked at the back where it's not in the way. Let's drop the back one off first, and then drop the front one off. Wow, 16% on that. Wow. Right, let's take over. In fact, yeah, let's tidy that bit up. I made a pig zero because oh no, I've got to be careful. It'll, yeah. Let me grab the grass. Yeah, so I am waiting with bated breath to see how it all pans out, and I'm hoping that Giants do listen and do not go the way of the dodo. Actually do take note of. I don't mean, people are sometimes wrong. I'm not. I know that myself from obviously working in the computer industry. The customer is not always right, but when too many customers start moaning about something, then yes, as a rule of thumb, that definitely is true. And trust me, even if they're wrong, they'll still, if you've done something to upset them and insult them, you will seriously, yeah, you will regret it. But I'm seriously hoping that Giants do. Right, let's do a headland. Let's do around the edge. Yes, I'm hoping that they, looking at the past history of Giants and the things that they've done, yeah, they've done more good than bad. I just hope that they continue in that, because sometimes success can go to a company's head, and as I've said, there are plenty of examples to prove that is definitely true. I just hope that Giants are not falling on that one, falling on their own sword and due to their own pride. I'm seriously hoping that isn't the case, because it's always the little people, always they're the casualties in any kind of thing like that, to be truthful. The little people, the execs go on to some other company and work for someone else, and the little guys who can't afford to travel that far all of a sudden are filling shelves in the local Lidl or whatever. It's yeah, it's always the little people that are the casualties of these things. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Right, that should make it easier. Yes, I am really looking forward to seeing how much we seriously get from this, how many bales we do. Quite pleased with the how quickly we did get the 77 bales into. That worked quite well. I say we just need it. I would say if we're going to manually do it, either 2 or 3, or to go something like, I'd prefer to go the Anderson route if I'm honest, but again it still means that, mind you, I suppose it's not, if you think about the process of grass cutting, you cut your grass and you bale in the one day. It takes 3 months for the grass to get to the best possible state. Well, it only takes 2 months for your bales to go off, so you are best to get the process where you leave the bales, and then on the month before you're ready to cut maximum again, that you can then start to take them, and obviously it is tough. The price of silage doesn't go up and down that much, so sometimes you're going to do better than others, that's a given, but it's still, the process is far more lucrative than I think personally, which is why I usually started my Let's Plays in FS19 as a grass silage baron, because of how frequently on seasons obviously grass does grow, which is realistic. You can actually make a lot of money from silage, even if each harvest is not that good. It's the overall, the fact that you can do 4 harvests in a year in comparison to 1. So if you're we made like more with the silage, those 77 bales, 50 odd grand, than we ever do with our canola using a production. So I suppose that in itself speaks for itself. We could have done this from day one, but again, nobody wants to see grass all of the time. That would be boring, no matter how lucrative it is. But it is something that most content creators know, that if you crack on with doing grass for any length of time, silage, you are going to seriously make some serious dosh. Even on hard economy, it's harder, but it's still going to make a lot of money. So yeah, it is my go-to, especially when you start from scratch, the hardest start, because you probably can only afford probably one of the smallest fields on the map, so you do see growth. I mean, I remember my my word brain's gone. What was the name of the map? It's one of my favourite Let's Plays, one of my first ones as well. One of my favourite maps in Farming Simulator 19. Ooh. It's on the tip of my brain. It'll come to me. The more you chase, the more it disappears, so I'll think of it. But yeah, that one I had one field that was actually a reasonable size, and I remember we literally ran out of money doing the final fertilisation of the field, but it just, within a year I think I'd got, and that was on hard economy, 5 or 6 fields. The growth was absolutely exponential, it really was. So yeah, it really is amazing what, even on hard economy. Now I did have the slurry yard on that, which was obviously, that seriously helped, but even if you don't, I mean, we made, without the slurry yard, we made an absolute fortune on this, so you don't need it. It's a mod that assists, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it, don't get me wrong, it is a way of maximising, but again, even without that, seriously, under FS22, I think that Giants I do think have got right. I do like, I mean, people sort of were talking about the seasons. I actually like the one-day seasons. I seriously think that is absolutely quite amazing. So yes, I should probably be my go-to setting, and my go-to setup will be one-day seasons. Because you can speed up and slow down time, especially like on sowing days and things like that. So yeah, I think you can make it work. I don't know whether I'm going to get charged for another hour. I'm not sure what time we started, but I'm feeling that... Oh no, actually no, they're not the windrower. No, we've done alright actually. We should only get charged the hour. But if we do, I'm not going to lose any sleep. It's not the end of the world. Right. Not much longer now, and this is where we're going to literally end it. It's been quite a long session, but a very productive one. I can't get over the fact that we are out of debt. We have 2 fields now. We have all grass equipment bar a windrower. Would be nice if from our product that we actually... Mind you, it would be nice to see if we get any on sale. I'd love to actually go for the Coon, the massive one, the Swadro that is just been released. I do love that one, it's amazing. I might like the Anderson as well, that's a 12.5 metre, but they're serious amounts of money, 52 grand and 40 something, and so yeah, they're not snippets. I don't think we'll be affording one of those anytime soon unless we actually got one in the sales. And the chance of you getting the exact thing you need is not necessarily wonderful, as we've, especially on this Let's Play, I seem to have had the worst luck of any Let's Play of actually getting drops that we needed. Although in saying that, I suppose the grass equipment was we got 2 implements in 1 month, which was quite amazing, I thought. So yeah, I'm not going to complain. It's been swings and roundabouts. We had a bit of a bumpy start, but it all worked out for the best in the end. And we've still done very well, so yeah. One more, I think. In fact, yeah, let's just remake the lines instead of faffing around. It's not going to hurt. Just don't want to make the windrows so big that they get unwieldy, because you can make them so big that it gets silly. Let's just drag that into 1, and then that should be it. Right. Should be kind. We should run this back to the shop, drop it off, repair the Deutz, which hopefully will not cost us anywhere near the same as the Steyr always costs us. It would be nice to put that in a museum and grab another tractor that isn't going to cost us an arm and leg to repair. As much as it's been faithful, I just don't think we can afford the repair costs all the time. 5,000 and odd is just way too much. You've got, I mean, yeah, thinking about it, I've got some massive tractors which I would expect to pay that kind of money for in repair costs, like the T7 on my Elm Creek, and that's cheaper. You got where is the common sense in a T7 massive tractor, 313 horsepower, fully upgraded, costing you less than a 135 horsepower Steyr? Even second hand, I understand that the damage ticks up quicker, but I don't understand why its damage costs for a cheap tractor cost an arm and a leg. We will have paid for a complete Steyr. If you worked out all of the repair costs that I've done over this Let's Play, over the years we've been playing this Let's Play, as in the season years, then seriously, it's... Let's drop this off. We could have bought a brand new Steyr. Just don't get where the repair costs come from. I really don't... Oh, that is so mucky. I can't wait till that hopefully works the next play session. Right, let's send that back. Brilliant. Did we actually look at what was on? Ooh, what was it talking about? Other tractors. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? Hey, that would be nice, but hey ho. Rigex 1180. Wow, 230. What is that? That is seriously good though. It really is. But yeah, we didn't look though. I can't remember seeing those before. Oh, yeah, I was going to do that, wasn't I? Repair. This is a seriously good tractor. I really am. Thoroughly don't regret us buying this. And look at that, 66%. Let's see how expensive repair costs are for that. 563. Seriously, why is the Steyr so expensive? I love it. I mean, it's got us to where we've got to, but it's so expensive that it hurts. It costs you more to repair the smallest tractor, smallest thing we've got, than it does the harvester. And that's expensive, but you'd expect that. I don't get it. Anyway, let's hook up the baler for next time. And have I repaired the baler? That is the question. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do bash it. No, I didn't. Let's go and repair that. Yeah, because it's going to be me or me next session, so it's not going to matter about wages. We're going to be doing the baling, so it doesn't matter if we go low. We may as well leave it here. We'll repair this and right, smashing. So there we are, done. That is absolutely an amazing session. All those messy bales gone, and an awful lot of money. No debt, absolutely no debt at all. That is amazing. A balance of 2,852. So yes, well chuffed. And not only that, we have the 42,000 of our canola to do oil. It's a shame, obviously we've sold it at the highest point of this year, so yeah. But I mean, I think what we will do is we've got 2 lots of 11,000, so it stores a max of 10,000. What we'll do is we'll grab 10 of those off once they're stored and stick them on the trailer, and just my trouble is we're gonna oh well, we'll work something out. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, without any further ado, I am so chuffed with the progress we've made on this session. We're out of debt completely, a huge amount of income waiting to come into our bank when we've sold our product. We have our grass ready to bale. I can't wait to see how many bales we get from that. In fact, yeah, to be honest, I would be very tempted. Again, time, I've said already in this Let's Play, is the best commodity you've got. I would be seriously tempted to hire the Anderson, leave those bales in the field for 2 days whilst the grass is regrowing, and yeah, the only thing is the fertilising, but we could do that on the last day. Well, no, you can't, can you? I've got to do it. Yeah, and it's slightly unrealistic, but I think we'll splodge some fertiliser. It would get washed in by the rain, wouldn't it? So it's not going to hurt. Yeah, we'll fertilise dodging bales, and we will grab the bales in 2 days. If we can afford it, we'll hire the Anderson, even if it's 2,500. The time it will save us to use that realistic bale trailer will save us a lot of time, which is obviously valuable to any farmer. So yeah, we're going to leave it at that. So I think that's the route we'll go though, and if that ever comes up for sale, we would definitely go for it, or even grab it brand new if we needed to. But we've got an entire year if we can make use of a leasing for this year. Imagine, yeah, actually thinking about it, it's every 3 months. So no, we shall see. We'll play it by ear, see how well we do. We could always invest the first harvest of grass completely into buying that trailer. Even if that's all we buy, that would still be fantastic. It's going to set us up for every piece of equipment that you buy that serves you in the Let's Play is an investment, and it's growth. So I'm happy with that, and we can use that for grabbing the oil, and it's never going to be a waste. That isn't. It's a damn good trailer. Excuse my French. Right, anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you continue with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.